Hello friends, today we will read and understand the poem Milk for the Cat by Harold Munro from James English Reader, Class 8. Milk for the Cat is a humorous children's poem about a little black cat and how she patiently waits for the milk that she is served every day at the poet's house. The poet describes her movements as she waits for the milk and describes the focus with which she enjoys the milk and finally falls into deep sleep once she is satisfied. Now let's read and understand the first stanza of the poem. When the tea is brought at 5 o'clock and all the neat curtains are drawn with care, the little black cat with bright green eyes is suddenly purring there. Here, drawn means pulled. The curtains are pulled as if to obstruct the sunlight. And purring is the continuous low sound made by a cat to show pleasure. Now let's understand the poem, the first stanza. Every day at 5 in the evening, it's tea time at the poet's house. The clean curtains are pulled together and tea is brought to be served. Suddenly, a little black cat with bright green eyes appears by the window and sits purring there. Stanza 2. At first she pretends having nothing to do. She has come in merely to blink by the grate. But though tea may be late or the milk may be sour, she is never late. Here, pretend means to act. Grate is the metal frame that holds the wood, coal and other stuff in the fireplace. And sour milk is the milk that is no longer fresh. So the poet says that initially when the cat comes, she pretends that she is just paying a casual visit and she has not come for the milk she is given every day. She pretends to have come only to sit near the grate and look around. But the poet knows that the real reason behind the cat's visit is the milk. For she comes only at tea time and continues to do so even when the milk served to her is sour, it's not fresh. Stanza 3. And presently her agate eyes take a soft, large, milky haze, and her independent, casual glance becomes a stiff, hard gaze. Here, agate is a type of precious stone, gemstone with which jewelry is made. Haze is the air containing something that makes it difficult to see through it. Casual glance means to look without much interest, and to gaze is to look steadily for a long time. Now, as the cat waits patiently for the milk, her eyes, which look like two stones of agate, becomes dreamy and soft. She is dreaming about the milk that is about to come and is unable to see anything else. Her short, disinterested glance at the milk are replaced with long, continuous stare in wait for the milk. Stanza 4. Then she stamps her claws, or lifts her ears, or twists her tail and begins to stir, till suddenly all her lithe body becomes one breathing, trembling purr. Here, begins to stir means begins to move. Lithe means a body that moves and bends easily and elegantly. As the evening passes by, the cat becomes impatient. She begins to attract attention by stamping her claws and lifting her ears. She twists her tail and begins to move her lithe body. And even after all that, when nobody pays any attention to her, she starts purring with all her might. She purrs so loudly that she is almost trembling. Stanza 5. The children eat and wriggle and laugh. The two old ladies stroke their silk, but the cat is grown small and thin with desire, transformed to a creeping lust for milk. Wriggle means to move about. Stroke their silk means adjust their silk clothes. Creeping means move forward slowly. and lust means a very strong desire. The people at the poet's house continue with their evening tea without paying any attention to the cat. The children move about, eating and laughing, and the two ladies adjust their silk clothes and are busy with themselves. This neglect makes the cat's desire for milk become even more intense, more strong. There is so much lust for milk in her that her whole body has reduced to a small thin mass. Stanza 6. The white saucer like some full moon descends at last from the clouds of the table above. She sighs and dreams and thrills and glows, transfigured with love. Here, saucer means a small plate usually put under a cup. Descend means to come down. Transfigured means transform into something more beautiful. At last, a saucer of milk comes down from the table, just like the beautiful full moon descends from the clouds. The poet compares the saucer of milk with the moon and the table with the clouds. The sight of milk fills the cat with so much love that she starts looking even more pretty. She sighs happily and is glowing out of sheer thrill and delight. Stanza 7. She nestles over the shining rim, buries her chin in the creamy sea. Her tail hangs loose, each drowsy paw is doubled under each bending knee. Nestles means to be in a cozy position. Rim is the edge of something that is round, and drowsy means sleepy. The cat happily adjusts her face above the shining rim of the saucer and sits comfortably. She buries her chin into the milk that looks like a creamy sea. Her paws are folded under her knees, and the cat enjoys the milk while her tail hangs loose. Stanza 8. A long, dim ecstasy holds her life. Her world is an infinite shapeless white, till her tongue has curled the last holy drop. Then she sinks back into the night. Ecstasy means overwhelming happiness, extreme happiness. So the cat is so focused in drinking her long awaited milk that it seems as if her life is filled with long drawn waves of extreme happiness. It seems as if the never ending pool of white milk kept in front of her is her entire world. She consumes the last drop of milk as if it is holy water. She seems to be hypnotized by the milk. Once she is well fed, the cat slowly goes back into the night. Stanza 9. Draws and dips her body to heap, her sleepy nerves in the great armchair, lies defeated and buried deep, 3 or 4 hours unconscious there. So completely satisfied with her meal, the cat goes and makes herself comfortable in the great armchair. There on the armchair, the cat falls asleep. Her sleep is so deep that she seems to be unconscious for the next 2 to 3 hours. So this was the explanation of the poem. Now let's do a quick recap of word meanings before moving to figures of speech. Word meanings. Drawn means pulled. Purring, a continuous low sound made by a cat to show pleasure. Pretend, act. Grate, a metal frame that holds wood and coal in fireplace. Sour milk, milk that is no longer fresh. Agate, a precious stone. Haze, air containing something that makes it difficult to see through it. Casual glance, to look without much interest. Gaze, to look steadily for a long time. Begins to stir, begins to move. Lithe, a body that moves and bends easily. Wriggle means to move about. Stroke their silk, adjust their silk clothes. Creeping, move forward slowly. Lust, strong desire. Saucer, a small plate usually put under a cup. Descend, go down. Transfigured, transformed into something beautiful. Nestle, to be in a cozy position. Rim, edge of something that is round. Drowsy, sleepy. ecstasy, overwhelming happiness. Figures of speech. Agate eyes. It's a simile. It is used to describe the eyes of the cat that looks like agate stones. The next is the white saucer like full moon descends. It's a metaphor. The white saucer is compared with the full moon. Clouds of table. This is again a metaphor. Drowsy paws, transferred epithet. The quality of the cat of being drowsy is transferred to her paws. Thank you for your time and attention. If you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, bye bye and God bless.